Hi, this is Jessica Buchanan calling. I'm just calling to see if my test results came back in yet. No? Okay. Thanks, I'll try again later. Bye. That halo's on your head so tight, you're gonna get migraines.
Jess? Jessica? You all right?
Mom, I didn't hear you come in.
I can see that. Where were you?
RJ's attorney is going to bring up the Armstrong County case for sure, where the paternal grandparents got custody.
Yeah, I know. It's too bad. I wish we had more time for research, but the custody hearing date has been set.
No. I want to get to it. I don't want this thing hanging over my head. You know what? I also found this ruling. This Troxel versus Granville. The Supreme Court rules in my favor here.
You're doing your homework.
Well, you can find just about anything over the internet.
Hey, no, wait a minute. You went to law school, didn't you? Just a few credits short of finishing.
Don't say that too loud, all right?
No, Antonio, you would make a great attorney. It's too bad it's not in time to partner with me for this custody hearing.
You know what? Why don't I just stick to doing the research for now?
All right, great. I could use all the guns I could get.
D.A. Colson is a likely candidate to replace Lieutenant Governor Kevin Buchanan, who it is rumored may resign in light of the financial scandal involving his mother, Victoria Davidson, and alleged misappropriations of Landview University funds. Oh, I thought I was just bringing Vicky down when I forged that check. But I'm also getting Kevin. I mean, that's icing on the cake.
Really enjoying this, aren't you?
Aren't you?
I don't care about Kevin. I care about you. And what this rivalry with Vicky is doing to you.
Me, I'm fine. I've never been better.
Well, then let me rephrase. I'm concerned about what this rivalry is doing to us.
Where's your granddaddy?
Who let you in?
Where's Asa?
I don't know.
How is it that you can continue to cover for him after what he did to Blair?
I'm not covering for anybody. Bo and I are using every resource to find Asa. Margaret, too. No, you don't want her found.
No, I didn't come here to talk about Margaret.
Oh. You didn't tell Blair yet, did you?
No, what am I gonna?
That's a big mistake.
All right, so what's it gonna take to keep you from telling Blair that Margaret made me have sex with her?
Is everything okay?
Yeah, you know, I just look into Jamie's face and look at those eyes, and they're so full of wonder, and she's got the whole big world ahead of her, and it makes me think of another little girl.
Lindsay, you did your best.
Well, maybe, but as Riley said, I could have done better if I hadn't sent her away to boarding school.
Okay, so now you're just beating yourself up.
She needed me.
She needs you. And you're here.
Thank you.
For what?
For making me believe that I can still make a difference in my daughter's life.
You already have. And you can make a difference in my life. See, Vega is already lining up the usual suspects to testify at the custody hearing. And I want you to testify for me.
You know, this thing shouldn't even be going to court. I mean, I don't understand why RJ can't see that the best situation for Jamie is to work out some kind of deal, some kind of arrangement.
Because RJ is RJ. He wants what he wants and not what's best for the baby.
Well, that's what you need to make the judge see.
Well, you know what wouldn't hurt? No. Is if you would go back to law school.
I wouldn't be doing it for that reason.
Yeah, but just think about this, Antonio. On one side, you have a law student, and on the other side, you have a shady nightclub operator.
You know what? Don't get ahead of yourself, all right? I still got a lot of credits to take. I'd have to sit and take the bar.
Yeah, and you'd have to decide which side of the aisle you want to be on. You know, personally, I think that the DA's office would be a perfect fit.
Well, more than likely, I think I'd be on your side.
What, you're thinking about going to defense?
Yeah, I think I'm leaning in that direction. I mean, you know, that way I could help people who can't afford people like, you know.
Me?
Yeah.
God, maybe I am getting a little ahead of myself here. What does Jessica think?
I haven't talked to her about it yet.
Oh, I thought you two were getting closer.
Well, we are. We're starting to again, yeah.
Good. Because I would like to use her as a character witness in your custody hearing.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I'm fine, really. I just, I was thinking.
Well, thinking is good. Have you heard from Dr. Miller about your test results?
No, not yet. But, you know, she didn't find anything wrong when she was examining me, so.
Well, did she have any theories at all as to why you would start sleepwalking again after all these years?
She says that it happens sometimes. You know, I was under a lot of stress, and she thinks that could be it.
Kind of wish she'd told me.
Why? What would you have done? And besides, worry more. Worry more about me, about everything else that's going on. Blair, Todd, and this ridiculous embezzlement charge.
I'm very glad Antonio was with you at the hospital.
Me too.
Yeah.
It kind of felt like how it used to be between us, you know, and maybe it could be like that again.
Do you think so?
Oh, I hope so.
Honey, what's stopping you?
Todd, are you down here? Todd?
Hey! What's wrong?
I woke up. And Todd's not. He's not there. I don't know where he is.
I'm sure there's an explanation. He probably went out to.
Margaret has him.
No, Margaret doesn't have him. She's never getting through the security out there. Come on, there's got to be an explanation.
I don't know where he is.
What's this? It's a note. See? It's from Todd. He's gone to the office. Nothing to worry about.
Margaret made him write a note before when she.
Margaret is not getting through that security. If she's within 20 miles of this place, the police are going to be all over her. You know I'm right. Come on.
You know, Margaret tried to kill the both of us. And she is still out there.
And eventually the police are going to find her and put her behind bars where she belongs.
Well, I want to believe that. But I just have a feeling that she is going to come back into our lives and mess up everything.
So, what are we talking here? Some kind of quid pro quo? You do something for me and I keep your secret about Margaret?
Something like that. Hey, beautiful.
Todd, where are you?
I'm at the office. Didn't you get my note?
Well, yeah, but a note? Come on. You know, Margaret is still out there.
Oh, I didn't mean to worry you. I'll be home soon.
Would you hurry up? I love you.
The office, huh? Take you long to start lying to her again?
It would serve no purpose to tell Blair about Margaret.
Okay, let's say I keep your secret. I don't tell Blair that Margaret forced you to have sex. Here's what I want from you.
David, I know that I haven't been as attentive to you as I used to be.
You mean like when we used to have fun? When you used to be fun?
it's been a little bit hard to be happy and carefree with everything that's going on.
I didn't expect you to be happy and carefree with all that going on. But it's over now.
Not really. I mean, Todd is back in Blair's life, and Kevin is trying to worm his way back into Kelly's.
You know, you use Todd and you use Kevin, you use these clowns as a common denominator to fuel your anger towards Vicky, and it's misplaced. It's obsessive. You've got to admit that.
I'm only trying to protect my girls.
How is blaming Vicky for everything protecting your girls? Cassie isn't even around.
Cassie? My daughter, Cassie, ran away from this town because of Vicky's son, Kevin.
Fine. What about Adriana, huh?
Adriana is who knows where with whom. You know my suspicions about her, right?
What are you going to do about her? What are you going to do? Are you going to lock her in her room and stand outside as sentry for the rest of her life?
You just bet if that's what it takes to protect her.
I thought when Blair came home, you would be happy.
I am happy. Come on, David. Don't I look happy?
Do you feel happy?
All right. Darling, I realize that I've been a bit edgy lately, and I'm really very sorry. But it's not my fault.
It's not your fault, so it's evil Vicky.
Vicky is evil. Why am I the only one who ever gets that?
You know, stop it. You've got to let this go. You've got to let Vicky go. You are a strong and beautiful woman, and you've got to start acting like it. Let Vicky go. Just let her be with her family. She's great with her family. Is that what chaps you? That Vicky gets along with her family and you can't get along with yours?
Is there anything I can do? Sweetie, you have done so much for me already. Star told me how great you were with Jack and her while I was gone. I'll never be able to repay you for that.
Well, you don't have to. I love those kids.
I know you do. That's why.
And I never, ever thought for a second that I would have to pick up where you left off.
Well, you know what? If you ever did, which I hope you don't have to, you'd be a great mom. Hey, you can always adopt, you know? I mean, who knows? You might be able to fall for a guy who already has a child.
Maybe I already have.
All right, spit it out. What's it gonna cost?
I won't tell Blair. But you have to tell her yourself.
That's your idea of a deal?
That's the deal. Take it or leave it.
Do you have any idea what would happen to Blair if she found out?
She's gonna find out anyway. Once Margaret is caught.
Margaret's long gone. And I'm gonna make sure she's erased from Blair's memory.
How?
By giving Blair the life she deserves.
You think it's that simple?
No, I don't think it's that simple. But if Blair finds out what Margaret did to me, I just don't think she'll get over it.
She'll understand. She'll know that Margaret forced you and she'll forgive you.
But she won't forget it. You understand? And then she's gonna start to blame me for ever getting involved with Margaret in the first place.
Oh, I see. That's what this is all about. Your own guilt for using Margaret to make Blair jealous.
Guilt? If it weren't for you sleeping with Blair, I don't think any of this would have happened.
We need Jessica. She can testify to what a great father you are. You know, and that means a lot coming from a Buchanan.
Yeah, well, that's good for me. But what about Jessica? RJ's attorneys are going to be all over her. I mean, RJ's already making up stuff about her hanging out at bars and picking up strange men. And if they bring Tico up,
Okay,
then...
why don't you ask Jessica if she can handle it?
Because she'll say yes, but she can't.
So you're protecting her?
That's right.
Well, pardon me for bringing this up, but isn't that what broke you two up?
It's different.
Doesn't seem different to me. I don't think it's going to seem different to Jessica.
You know what, Evangeline, you're good, but you're not talking to a jury here. I love Jessica, and I don't want her to go through any more grief than she already has.
Well, Antonio, she's worried about you, too. And she wants you to get your baby back. So, don't you think it might upset her more
if she thinks that she could have helped you and you wouldn't let her?
Don't push this, okay? Antonio and I have a lot of work to do before we can even think about starting over.
Okay. I'm just saying we both want it, and that's the first step.
How are you, Mom?
Me?
Yeah, you. I mean, you spend all of this time worrying about me and about Natalie and about everybody else, Todd, Blair. Don't you think that we worry about you? Especially with this ridiculous embezzlement charge.
Yeah, well, I'm taking care of that.
I don't understand how it happened in the first place.
Oh, I can tell you exactly how it happened. Dorian did it. Dorian forged a check. She signed my name to it. Of course, she won't admit it, so I've hired a detective, and he's going to get the proof.
And then this'll all be over.
No, not exactly.
I can't get along with my family? And I'm the problem?
Yeah, you are. And don't kid yourself into thinking that you're supporting Blair or you're supporting Kelly. You just meddle in their lives. Do you think that they appreciate that?
Obviously not, according to you.
Or them. If you would just take 5 minutes and think about what you're doing.
Well, why don't you tell me, since you're now the expert?
All right, I will tell you exactly what you're doing. You take all of your time and your energy and your passion, and you focus it on someone that you hate, Vicky, instead of focusing it on someone that you say that you love.
Meaning you.
You're damn right. And I've been there for a lot of it. I've held your umbrella while you stomped through every rainstorm that you conjure up, and believe me, there have been a lot. Not to mention the fact that I have been waiting patiently for you to marry me.
Oh, David. That's what this temper tantrum has been all about? The fact that I haven't married you
Don't
yet?
do that. This is not a temper tantrum. This is a valid point. Why won't you marry me?
There have been very good reasons.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll grant you one. You were still married to Manuel Santi. And then you had to bond with your long-lost daughter.
Well, I hadn't seen her since she was a baby.
I understand. I did understand. I even understood when you forced me to get a job, which was extremely painful, but I ended up liking the gig.
David, you surely cannot blame me for everything that's happened to poor Kelly and Blair.
I don't blame you for any of that. But there's always going to be a problem, isn't there?
Well, honey, life can't be trouble-free.
It is right now. This is about as good as it gets for you and me. I say carpe diem. Let's get married.
Oh, no. You're not thinking of really getting back with Kevin now, are you? I mean, come on, after everything that he's done to you.
Oh, that's rich. You're not really thinking of getting back together with Todd
Okay,
after everything he's done to you.
All right, I hear you. Are you sure, though?
No, not sure. Not sure of anything. I just know that I was so in love with him for so long, and it's hard to get that out of your system, you know?
Don't I know that?
I mean, maybe it takes something really big to make you realize what's important. The people who love you and the people that you love, that's what really matters. And I've been seeing that in Kevin, too. These changes. It seems like he's the old Kevin, the guy I fell in love with. Guy who does things that are good and decent and right. Even with Todd.
Wait a minute. What has Kevin ever done for Todd?
You don't know?
No.
Kevin saved his life.
You're kidding.
No, he's the one that found Todd on the side of the road. He brought him back to Landview.
Kevin did that?
Yeah.
Wow. Wonder what went on in that car.
That is so typical of you, Manning. Blame someone else for your troubles. It's unbelievable.
Yes, I screwed up with Margaret, but if you had...
What, mess around with Blair? Why don't we look at that for a second? Why do you think she gave me the time of day? Because you lied to her. Like you have a million times before, like you're doing right now.
Blair's on the edge. If she finds out what Margaret did to me, she will go over that edge. Or is that really what you want? You want to finish the job that Asa started?
Look, what Asa did to Blair is horrible.
So back off and think about her.
I am. If you were thinking about her, you'd tell her the truth.
That's not gonna happen.
Fine, I'll tell her then. I'm serious, no more deals, Manning. She needs to know what happened between you and Margaret.
You son of a bitch.
Okay,
if
just
you
hold on. You're the one that told me about Ace not being my son, right?
Oh, what is this, payback?
No, I'm glad you told me. I just wish Kelly would have told me first. That's the point.
No, the point is some things are meant not to be told. Blair never needs to know about this.
Unless, like I said, they find Margaret and she spills it.
Well, then I'll just tell the court she's crazy. And if you open your mouth...
Oh, I'm crazy too? That's not gonna work. Blair's not gonna believe that either.
No, I'll just say you're full of it. You can call us what you want, Kevin, but don't insult my intelligence or Blair's intelligence by pretending that this is for her own good. She never needs to know about this. She's very happy right now, happier than she's been in a long time. And if you try to take that away from her, I'm just gonna work you over until you wished you were dead.
David, I hope you're not making that an ultimatum.
I just want you to set a date so that you and I can get married. I want planning our wedding to be more important to you than Vicky's downfall.
You mean like planning where we'll go for our honeymoon?
Yes.
Do you have any suggestions?
As a matter of fact, I do. Puerto Rico's out of the question and nowhere near Morocco.
Oh, David, don't tell me you've lost your sense of adventure.
Now that is the Dorian that I know and love.
Sweetheart, can you ever forgive me for neglecting you?
Depends on how you plan on making it up to me.
Well, okay, don't let me interrupt.
Good, we won't. See ya.
No, that's all right, sweetheart. How was your day? And did you see Blair?
Yes, I just came from seeing her. She's still very scared.
And well, she should be with Todd back in her life. I mean, he is going to drag her back into the inferno.
You're doing it again.
Truly, I just want to make sure that Kelly learns her lesson from this. Darling, what are you thinking? Throwing yourself at Kevin again.
Okay.
You just can't help yourself, can you?
I don't understand, Mom. If you haven't done anything wrong, then...
It's not really as simple as that, okay? As I understand it, the university is not going to press charges at the moment. But I've heard that there are some board members who are going to ask for my resignation.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I understand it, sweetheart. You know, they don't want any hint of scandal connected to the university, whether it's true or not.
Come on, you're not going to go along with this, are you?
Oh, yes, I am. Look, if this is going to damage the university in any way, I will step down, okay? Actually, what I'm most concerned about right now is what this might do to Kevin, because I've heard talk that there are some people who are going to try and use my trouble to force him out of office.
Dorian's not going to get away with this. This is ridiculous.
Well, she shouldn't. And if I have anything to say about it, she won't, but you never know. In any case, I'm not throwing in the towel quite yet, okay? Look, I'm off. I'm going to go and see Todd and Blair, see how they're doing, okay?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I wish I could come with you, but Antonio's supposed to be stopping by.
Well, then you just better stay here, Hey, I am not pushing, okay? I'm just rooting for you.
Thanks, Mom.
Angeline, hi.
Mrs. Davidson, how are you?
Good.
I actually came to see Jessica.
Well, there she is. See you later, honey.
Bye. Hey, Angeline, what's going on?
Jamie's custody hearing has been set, and I would like to use you as a character witness.
Of course. I'd be happy to.
Good. But I have to warn you, we're talking about RJ here, so things could and probably will get ugly. They might even use your breakup with Antonio against him.
Well, what happened between us has nothing to do with Jamie.
Yeah, but RJ's attorney will twist it to make it look that way. You know, and I need to make sure that you're 100% behind Antonio.
Of course I'm 100% behind Antonio. I always have. Even when somebody tried to turn me against him, it didn't work.
You're talking about Tico?
No, I'm not talking about Tico. I'm talking about whoever it's been who's been harassing me, leaving notes saying Antonio and I will never be happy. Didn't work, and nobody's gonna tell me how to feel about Antonio. Actually, I've decided to stop listening to everybody, what everybody has to say about it.
Good for you. Sounds like you're your own person.
That's exactly it. I am my own person.
I think that's really sweet of you to ask. But I'm not sure that I would be so great in a custody hearing. I don't exactly have the best reputation in town.
Lindsay, I told you, all you've got to do is tell the judge the truth. That you've seen me with Jamie and that I'm great with her and that I'm good for her.
I know, but
Look, I'm all Jamie needs. Right now, I'm all Jamie wants.
Poppy!
What a wonderful surprise. I am so happy to see you. You have no idea how much.
So, am I really going to need a restraining order?
I'm not following you.
Then what are you doing here?
I'm here to see Lindsay. Before I do that, it looks like someone's having a little treat. Why don't we go wash your hands, okay?
That's all right. I'll take care of her. Just as I always have. Right, honey? Come on. Let's get you cleaned up.
I need your help.
if this is about RJ...
Look, I know you two are close. Okay, that's why I'm hoping to listen to you about sharing custody with me.
What makes you think I'm on your side?
Because of what you said before when I was at RJ's. And because you're a parent and you know how important it is to be with our kids. Like, you've seen her with me. She wants to be with me.
Antonio, it's not my call.
But you know I'm right. Look, if I get custody of Jamie, I'm not going to keep her from RJ. He's her grandfather. I want her to have that relationship. It's important. But if he gets custody, he's never going to allow me to see her. And then what's that going to do? Is she's going to be resentful for him keeping her from me? Look, I don't want her hating anyone. Right? I want her to have all the love in her life she can get. Isn't that what you want for your kids? Please. I've said everything I came here to say. I better go before Jamie gets back. It's tough to separate us.
Okay, Jamie, here we go. Cleaned up, good as new. Here you are, and your game, madame. All right, so, what did Vega want?
Todd, I went out for a little while. Call me on my cell if you need me. Love you. Hey, sis. What's
Hey.
going on?
Well, I just thought I'd see how you and Blair and the kids are doing.
So far, so good.
Meaning?
Well, you know, Blair's still a little bit on edge, but she's doing better. She actually went out just now for a little while. First time since she's been back.
Well, that's good. I expect she's still on very shaky ground, huh?
Any little thing could put her over the edge. That's what I keep saying.
To whom? Is Dorian giving you a hard time?
Not like she does to you, but...
No, this is not about me, okay?
Blair and I will be all right if everyone leaves us alone.
Todd, you went through a horrible experience with Margaret. Keeping it to yourself is really only going to make things worse.
Why would you say that? Why would you think that I'm keeping something to myself?
Because that's what you do.
I really like to just forget it.
Yeah, well, it happened, you know. You can't erase it or ignore it. What you should do is remember it as something you survived.
I'm gonna be okay. Blair's gonna be okay. I'm gonna make sure of it.
Okay. Have you heard anything at all about Margaret?
No. I hope I don't.
I really don't think Margaret would show her face around here, not with all these police around.
It's not just Margaret.
So what brings you here?
Well, I heard what you did for Todd, picking him up off the side of the road, and, well, that's why I'm here. To say thanks.
Oh, you don't have to do that.
No, I do have to do that. Look, I know how you feel about Todd. He must have been in some pretty bad shape.
He pretty much got blown out of that cabin. That's how he told it, anyway.
What else did he say?
What do you mean?
Well, he was up with Margaret in that cabin a long time, and I don't know, I'm trying to get him to open up and talk about it. And sometimes I think he's going to, and then he shuts down, and I'm worried about him. And I really want to help him, but I can't if I don't know what I'm dealing with. So, if he said anything to you on that ride back to Landview, would you tell me?
I'm not gonna lie. Antonio wants me to plead his case to you.
Well, he's more desperate than I thought. So what are you going to do?
Well, you know I've never been entirely comfortable with you shutting him out of Jamie's life.
So you're turning on me?
No, I am not turning on you. I just think that you should work out some kind of joint custody.
Why, so he can break her heart again? No, I'm not going to let that happen. What are you going to do?
This is not a cut and dried right or wrong thing, RJ.
Okay, good. Well, I suppose I have my answer.
Hey, honey, it's time to go. Come on. I'll grab this, and we'll get you coated up in the elevator, okay? Come on.
I've been thinking about going back to law school.
Really? That's great.
Even though I'm not sure, I just wanted to see what you thought.
Thanks. That means a lot to me.
I didn't want to shut you out. Like before.
Evangeline came by earlier, and I'm really glad that you told her to ask me to testify for you.
So then,
Of course. I want us to do this together. One sec. Sorry. Hello? Yeah, it's Jessica. Okay, thanks. I'll be right there. That was Dr. Miller. My test results are in.
I'm going with you.
Great. We can finally find out what's wrong with me.
No, sweetheart, it's just that I miss you, Cassie. Does a mother need some special reason to call her daughter? Oh, I'm fine. Yes, especially now that Blair's home. Absolutely. David's fabulous. He's been my rock in all of this. I cannot wait until we get married. Oh, well, I don't know when the big day is going to be. Probably once we're certain that Blair really is all right, and that will be when we get Todd out of her life forever. You know, he is the one who is responsible for everything that happened. Oh, yes. Well, you understand that, don't you? Kelly doesn't, but then again, she is in for so much trouble in her life. You've no idea. Honey, she is cozying up to Kevin again. Yes, unbelievable, isn't it? Oh, well, doesn't matter. Pretty soon, Vicky's family is going to be so busy mopping her up off the floor that they're not going to have any time to bother our family. What do you mean, what did I do? I didn't do anything.
You're not gonna answer?
Yeah, I guess I better. Excuse me. Hello? Yes. I see. I didn't realize the board had met already. Okay. And was the decision unanimous? Well, I don't really have a choice, do I? Thank you.
What's going on?
The board of directors at the university. They've asked for my resignation.
They actually think you embezzled money from them.
Yeah, well, I've got to go and deal with this now.
If there's anything I can do.
Thank you. You take care of yourself, okay? Because you and Blair finally found each other, and don't do anything to ruin it.
I plan to. So glad you didn't die after all. For so many reasons, Margaret.
Margaret tortured Todd, that's all I know.
Yeah, no. I just keep thinking maybe there was something more.
Why do you think there's something more?
I don't know, just a feeling.
Well, maybe you should ask him again.
I know he would tell me if something happened. He promised he would never lie to me, so.
And you believed him?
Yeah, I believe him. Kevin, Todd wouldn't lie to me again. We made it very clear. Look, I just came to say thank you, so thank you.
Blair. Something I need to tell you.